Ashley today.
Welcome everyone to the show, you guys. In tune with T-Mill. We are live from the Rocket City. You will now be encouraged and entertained. Nothing will change until you change something. I'm your host, T-Mill, live from the Rocket City. And this is In Tune with T-Mill, powered by the Maitland Conservatory, themaitlandconservatory.org. Let me turn the band down in the background. I know y'all dancing and grooving and getting your shake on. But we are powered by the Maitland Conservatory. Visit themaitlandconservatory.org or visit them on Facebook. Tell them that T-Mill sent you. I got the whole gang in the building. Y'all make some noise for yourselves. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. And we have a very special show for you guys today. This is, again, we're having conversations, not necessarily interviews. We want to highlight and recognize people that are in the city and abroad that are progressing and preserving the culture. This show is about changing the status quo one voice at a time, all right? I know a lot of us talk about what we need to do, what changes need to happen, and we keep complaining about the problems in the world, but we don't do anything about it. We just sit behind our Facebook and all that. But today, we're going to actually get out here and do something. If you're watching us live, really appreciate you guys on Facebook, on everywhere. I got like 10 cameras. I feel like paparazzi or something. Also, if you guys were here, you could see some of the outstanding fashion that is here from our guests today. We're also broadcasting live from ParadoxEast.com. Y'all like how I cut the music like that, you know, that's how I do it, that's how I do it, baby, that's how I do it, baby. Yeah, y'all gotta make some noise so it don't sound like I'm talking to myself. Alright, so, In Tune with T-Mill, man, this is, it's January, it's almost the end of the month. We've had an election, we've had, man, there's a lot of things going on in the city, a lot of developments going on in Huntsville, Alabama, man, the developments that are going on, so many different things that are happening downtown, expansions. I'm not going to shout them out because they ain't paying us, but there's a lot of great developments going on in the city, and it's pretty good to see what's going on. But what I want some of you guys to do is to get out of the house and to go to some of these events, to check your Facebook and check for the free events first, okay? Check for the free events because there's a lot of things going on because everyone's complaining that, not everyone, but there's a lot of people complaining that there's nothing to do. I don't have anywhere to go. There ain't nothing to do in Huntsville. Oh my God, I'm so bored. Well, get up and get out and do something, first of all. Or, Outcast. You know, yeah, there you go, Outcast. And get out and do something. Or create something. If there's something that you want to see or something that you want to see happen in Huntsville, you do it. You know, go find you somewhere, go find some people, go write on some paper or make some flyers or something and get out there and do it, all right? Now, as you guys know, I can't do this by myself, man. I had to call in some professionals. So, allow me to welcome the cast and crew and my sidekicks over here with In Tune with T-Mill. First, I'm going to go to Miss Niecy. Niecy, what's going on?
What's going on with you?
All right. And then I've got our show producer, co-host. This woman has, I don't know, what, 70 businesses. She is phenomenal in her own right, a very phenomenal businesswoman. She will be awarded at the Black Caucus in Birmingham, Alabama next month. Miss JQ, how you doing, Jay?
I'm doing excellent. Woo woo! Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
All right. And also, soon to have his own show. And hopefully I can get that off the ground as well and bring that to you guys. We won't tell you guys too much about it. But Mr. Marcus Sims is in the building.
West side's the best side. What's happening? What's happening? You're in tune with T-Mill. Tell everyone, share, like, post, reshare. Tell your mama to like it, your grandmama, your auntie, your boyfriend who's doing 5 to 10. He can watch it. The most important thing, support In Tune with T-Mill. It's all about you, the community, the world, the galaxy. Word up.
Word up.
We do got green dot cards and sidekicks in the prisons. Y'all tune in. Go to ParadoxEast.com. You know, shout out to everybody locked down, man. You know what? Real talk, everybody that's listening, and this will be another show because I do want to do something eventually in the future to get folks that are in prison, you know, to find out a way to make that connection and get some care packages to the brothers and sisters that are out there. Let me tell you, okay, so this is on a whole nother side note. Right? So before we bring in our guests, I want to talk about these, I can't remember the name of it, but have y'all watched these prison shows where these guys You know, they're inside behind the walls, or they're talking about the lives and what these guys have been doing.
Yes.
No matter what y'all think, I'm gonna tell y'all something today. I was trying to explain this to my wife because she likes watching it for the entertainment aspect, like, oh my God, just the drama going on in the prisons. But there are probably more creative people in prison than out of prison.
Wow.
When I say they had some guys making sculptures out of mattress stuffing and making furniture out of foam cups.
Yes.
And maybe not furniture, but they were making a lot of great things. I mean, they were making musical instruments, clothing, tattoos. Okay, that's old school. Everybody remembers the tattoos, the jail tattoos. But these guys were making things that it's people on the outside that's got way more resources, way more materials, and they couldn't get it done. I mean, so there's some very, very talented people that shouldn't be in prison. They should be out in society and selling them, you know, for a decent price and not a pack of ramen noodles and a phone card. So make sure you guys are definitely showing some love and hollering at your folks that are locked up behind the bars, man. So shout out to all the brothers and sisters that are locked down, man. Hope to see y'all come home. All right?
Most definitely.
Now, ParadoxEast.com. I've been talking to you guys about our guest. He is right here in the Rocket City. He is in the studio. If you're listening live, you can go to ParadoxEast.com to look at the pictures, the photos, the behind the scenes, all that on Facebook. But he is the creator, the founder of Rudiment. Am I saying that right?
Rudiment.
Rudiment clothing line. It is a extreme, man. When you guys go to, first of all, shout out to my homegirl Slash from Kick and Flavor, because Slash put me on to Rudiment, and she said, "Yo, you got to check these guys out." And once I went to the website, I was like, "Whoa!" The colors more than anything jumped out.
Yeah.
And Rudiment is a social merchandising lifestyle brand committed to making a difference in the community through advocating arts and culture and community development. Through their designs of arts and culture events and homegrown community initiatives, they believe they will have a profound effect on the community as they have, and they will serve as an inspiration for all those who also believe the best place to begin change is home, right in your backyard. Rudiment is a pivot of vision from founder and entrepreneur Ezra Akuro, early first venture as his childhood known entrepreneur Ezra to In Tune with
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Been doing good, man. We've been kicking it before the show. We've all been talking and all been having a good conversation. And glad that you were able to come to the show, man. And again, thank you for also bringing the fashion so that people can see it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, so how long have you been doing this with the fashion?
Obviously, just like many people find out when they're young age, after an interest. So, I mean, my fashion interest came, I would say, like really came out when I was probably in the 6th grade. At that time I was living in Chicago. I had the shop called Fly and Leaders 1354 in Chicago. Both of the owners, so both of the owners were both in Hyde Park. I'll go over there and I started seeing, the sneakers and all that kind of stuff. That's how I started getting into sneaker culture. When I was about 16, when I was actually living out here in Huntsville, I started my first thing, just reselling kicks, basically.
Okay, awesome.
Online, yeah.
All right. So now for your sneakers, what was your go-to, or what was your vice? What was your addiction? Was it the Nikes or the J's? It had to be the J's.
When I started off, definitely in Chicago, just being from Chicago, it was the J's.
Okay.
Right? So we call them Mikes back there. So Mikes was our thing, and ones, so forces, right?
Right.
So that was like bread and butter. But as I got older, I started to mature a little bit. By the time I was getting to high school, I was into Asics. I really liked New Balances as well.
Yeah.
And I got into some of Nike's other stuff, finding about how they have the Nike waffles. They have all the old school, like the Nike Air Max 1s that came out in the 70s. So I started getting really into the sneaker culture. I actually did one of my research papers on the history of Nike, how Bill Bauman and Phil Jackson started it when they were exporting sneakers from Japan at first. On the Suzuki, right, which is now Asics. So.
Right. Cool. And so, at what point, now this was in, we said 96.
So I started. That was what 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
All right. And so from there, when did you get started with the fashion and with the creating the clothing line?
So the creating the clothing line officially started in 2014. So it's when I started throwing down my designs. I had designs I did before then. That's when I really started preparing, like, to actually launch something. And honestly, some of the stuff you're seeing is still a collaboration of a couple. So our line really doesn't drop in full effect until the full range, until we actually open up it. Like later this year. So
People can still go to rudiment.com.
yeah, it's soft. So what is this? And we're gonna be adding more clothing coming up here in February as well as other brands. So really, it started years ago. Sketching stuff.
Okay. And what was the inspiration behind it? Tell us about what it represents. I know I gave the Wikipedia of it, but tell us what it stands for, because again, the colors, the fabric, the messages, the countries, everything that's on there and what it looks like. But what would you say that it stands for, and what's some of the inspiration behind the design?
So
because you're not just designing stuff and writing on it.
No,
you're
sure.
just coming up with something.
Everything I do has like an inspiration. You have to have your why, right?
Yeah.
So like that's a huge thing for me. And I'm African. I was born in Kenya. Actually moved out when I was really. And growing up, there was never a positive depiction of Africa, right? And even more so, the depiction of Africa was literally like a black blob, right? And so there was no defining culture to it. So people didn't understand what was there, didn't understand the differences and everything like that. And so this was kind of my way and introducing individuals to Africa and what we have to offer, the different places. And so between my brands, all right, each one kind of has a different thing. We go through, whether it's introducing in fabrics, beads, all this different stuff that we get from home, and modernize it into so you can wear it on, every day.
Yeah.
And also give it some traditional as well.
And one of the things and I challenge, it surprises me that in this day and age, 2017, that people still think that Africa looks like the jungle.
Yeah.
And they think about Africa and they think about the Lion King.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
I'm from East Africa. And when I was old enough to go back and start to look at things, and I thought the same thing when I was little, but then my mother and my grandmother started showing me, no, okay, look, this is, family portraits and books and everything like that, and my grandparents were missionaries. My mother went to college over there.
Wow.
And there were places that looked like New York.
Yeah.
That look like, that are, your central areas. You got clubs, you've got entertainment venues, you've got everything that is over here. It's just a different name, and then some of them are the same names. You got some of the big brands that are over there. Yeah. The colleges look the same. The streets, or maybe not the streets, because my grandfather one week when we were coming back, we were I don't know which way we were coming from. Somehow we ended up on the Parkway. Okay. But he was so used to driving over there that we've been driving down the wrong side of the Parkway, and it didn't hit us until this 18 wheelers coming this way. I'm like, yo! Wow. And, the roundabouts and, like, everything over there. So that was funny just to, kind of adjust, because I don't know how anybody gets used to that. But so with the fashion, and you said this was 2 years ago. So from the inception of it and up until now, what's been the response that you've got from, when people see the clothing, and how do they react to it?
So actually, from the 2 years, I was doing a lot more like suits and like designing more so tailored attire.
Okay.
And actually, the streetwear was introduced to me by a gentleman called Pakao in Tampa.
Say that again?
Pakao. So he's from Ghana. So that's how it was. So it's been crazy. I mean, like the other day we saw a artist called Easy. He's an Afrobeat artist wearing it in an interview.
I think he just friended me on Facebook the other day.
And he's a pretty big Afrobeat artist overseas. And so it's been amazing, like the and then even people outside of those individuals who aren't African or aren't part of the diaspora, because it's really fashion for the diaspora, right? Have been really receptive from wearing it. I actually have a friend who DJs, and he's an EDM artist, and he's on his way up, and he goes around and he's been wearing them at colleges and the people there are asking for it, and they're not, they're not African or they're not from the African diaspora, and they're just like, hey, I want some too, and start asking us to make ones for places like Fiji and Japan, and so it's been insane.
Wow. Okay, so one thing for you guys that are watching live, and for you guys still got the. Okay, he's got it. All right.
Worried about
so I was like, wow, so I've got
right. What you doing? I got you. I'm on duty. I'm on duty.
So if you guys are watching, if you guys are listening live, and you have did I open up the chat room? Yeah, I got the chat room open right here. All right, so if you guys are listening live or you're watching live and you have any questions, make sure you drop the questions in the chat room, and we will get those questions to Ezra. If you guys are listening live, you can drop them in the chat room, or if you're listening to the archives and you have a question, drop the question wherever you're listening at, and I will get it back to them if you want to know something in particular about it. We're not going anywhere. I just want to let y'all know what you can do and how you can get it back. I'm going to go around the table, go around to the panel if you guys have any questions. Start with Miss Nisi. You got any questions for our guest, Mr. Ezra?
I really don't at the time. Right now.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know, right? That is so.
It is raining outside.
It's raining.
It is raining, so
that made me. Yeah, he's coming back soon.
Just trying to go to sleep.
Right.
Pull out the pillow.
I have no questions right now, but I'm just admiring the work and the time. I can tell that you take time on your work, and that's a big thing for a lot of people. When it comes to buying products, so you have good work. I love it.
That's what's up. Now, JQ.
yes.
With your fashion experience, with your model experience, with your business expertise, you got any questions for the good brother today?
I do. I'm a fashion lover, especially unique things.
Fashion lover,
yeah. Watch it. Yeah. And so I want to know other than your country, how do you inspirationally even configure the designs? What makes you choose a word or the colors, or how do you decide to do your piping, or what makes you decide to put Ghana on a baseball type shirt with a button? Where do you get the actual inspiration, and how do you go through the process of actually creating the design in order to make it executable?
So like I said again, mine was doing tailored attire at first.
Correct.
So with that, you have, for example, your non-college shirts and all these different type of things that we wear, and so I always wanted to make them practical at first.
Okay.
And so by making it practical so that way I can, because sometimes people see the big headdress and like, well, I can't walk around town like that. So the first thing was to make it practical.
Okay.
And then from there, it's when you go within, I kind of use countries as themes.
Okay.
And even more so sub-ethnic groups. I don't like using the word tribes.
I understand that, but sub-ethnic. Okay.
And so what it is like each tribe or each sub-ethnic group has a lot of long history of things that they do.
Oh.
I'll give you an example. In South Africa, women who are not married wear these beads, right, that they go all across them, that show that they're
not married.
They're married,
That's
right?
a symbol.
And so I use those kinds of things
Oh.
that I've studied. Like I spent a lot of time reading. My father as well. Both my parents are Kenyan, but my dad went to school in Zimbabwe. He speaks. He can even speak a little Zulu. And so, using family members, family friends to kind of highlight those things. It's Moroccans. They have a lot of silky fabric and stuff like that. So I have like crazy line coming out that's gonna have feature a lot of that fabric within it and taking your practical wear. So like instead of just having a pair of blue jeans and this Moroccan fabric, and so I spent a lot of time researching and going really deep through the histories of the individual countries, the different regions, even their battles with colonialism and things of that nature.
Well, you say you originally came from a tailored background. Do you think at some point you may get back into tailoring custom items per,
Actually, I do, and I took down a website because I was kind of getting a lot of attention.
Oh, overwhelmed.
Yeah, and it was on the side.
Yeah.
That's like, I think that's my bread and butter, right?
If you need anybody to help you with that, you just call me up.
Yeah.
So, okay then.
I have great expertise in fashion branding and helping you with that.
So I have, I have the website. I actually still have the Facebook up, the Twitter, and all that kind of stuff still
Nice.
up. And I do take orders for people who ask me personally and everything like that.
I'm asking personally,
So
publicly, live.
Live. Boom,
I need.
there.
I'm ready. I'm dead serious.
You and everything.
I actually do have this one quick question. questions. I gotta rep. I gotta rep for the curvy, more curvy, fuller women.
Oh, you'll have to see the shoot then.
I'll have to see it. Cool.
The last one we did, because I'm all about representation.
Right.
Right. It does beauty and all this things is one. First of all, it's arbitrary, and second of all, it comes in all different.
Yeah, shape, sizes, and colors.
So I'm all about it.
Cool. All right. Well,
Nice. We'll get up in that.
Yeah.
All shapes and sizes.
Get up into that thing.
Yeah.
Get up into that thing.
Von G and JQ.
Get up into that thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what about you, Marcus? Any questions for our guests?
Yeah, for real, like a couple. Well, first of all, I want to give a big shout out because brother's outfit, like
Nice.
Stand
up, let us see that. Let's see that shirt.
Let's see what you're working
that's
with.
like
See
the
what
freshman
y'all
that I
working
wanted.
with.
Like,
That is super fly.
like, please just
And you
let
see
me
how you get it?
Yeah. So
I'm
confident.
standing in front of models, so you know.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
real quick.
Yeah.
But for real, like, I mean, you see,
You got a runway
fresh
mode.
fashions, like, for real. That's the one that stands out to me. Like, just let me know when you get it in like bigger man size. Like, yeah, man. We're up in there.
What?
There you go.
If you know, if you
Right there.
but for real, because I
We need a petty meter.
since I've been
Okay, we do.
I've been.
I'm gonna work on that. As a matter of fact, for real.
I really appreciate.
Add that to the list.
For
real.
Fresh style. These are like,
That could be
it's
your
like this-
segment.
These are like everything I'm looking at. It's modern. It's up to date. It's like you're
real.
taking the images and the colors and the representation that we need. Flip it 2017, and it's something that I think everyone should see. I guess like tell us a little bit about your background. Maybe where you're from, your family, and you know, for those who. Unless they missed it and I missed it. Unless I was asleep. I didn't fall asleep, did I?
No.
I mean, I just mentioned I was.
Did I go into another dimension or something? Oh my God, where am I at?
No,
We talked about
Who
that
are
at
you
the beginning
people?
of the show.
I mean,
Where am I at?
we gave,
Help me.
We gave a history of the brand, and we said I was in Kenya, so I didn't really go too
Okay.
much into that.
Okay.
So I moved to the States when I was 3.
Right.
And my family is Kenyan, specifically from a group called the Luo. So if you ever heard of Lupita Nyong'o, Obama,
Yes.
all Luos. So
Okay.
yeah, we're representing pretty well these days.
Okay.
And so that is, you know, my tribe or whatever. We speak the Luo language. The national language is called Swahili. I moved to the States, so my dad actually pursued his post-grad education. That was the reason why he moved here.
Okay.
He did his master's and his PhD. He did his master's in Andrews University in Chicago, PhD at the University of Chicago Muslim School of Theology and Ancient Near East Biblical Studies.
Okay.
My mom is a nurse, and so she did that. And now she's kind of moving into nonprofit work, doing a lot of stuff in education back home, and also she's wanting to also start doing stuff here as well. And so between Chicago, you know, I did all my grade school in Chicago, did high school and college here, and so I'm back and forth between the two. So you know, I'm kind of like a kid at 3 homes. Right? So Kenya, Chicago, and Huntsville all hold like a
It's
piece
so
of my
like
heart.
all over.
Yeah,
It's so.
and so each one of them definitely has an effect on.
Where'd you go to school here?
I went to Sparkman High School. I
Okay.
started out at Oakwood
Okay.
and UH in the dual degree program. I'm actually not done. I took a slower route because of the business and stuff. I transferred to LSU doing an online program.
Okay.
So I'm actually still doing that in mechanical engineering and applied mathematics with a minor in physics.
Nice.
But obviously, as you can see, I'm full-fledged in the business and letting that also flourish. And you know, makes it kind of hard to juggle. But you know, I know that each one will, you know, kind of take its commercial stuff.
Now you also so you know you're down south. You're in Huntsville.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Football. You in any football or?
Yeah, Auburn.
What? Oh God. I'm sorry, audience.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right?
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Somebody, please.
Cancel everything.
I'm saying, oh my
Wait a
God.
second.
Auburn.
Auburn and Alabama.
Oh.
No.
That's what he forgot to say it in Alabama
You
A&M.
can't do
Right.
that.
Alabama.
You're about a mile and a half away from the
No,
school.
homie.
No, homie. Thought you was
But,
the man, homie.
That is a definite no-no.
I got you
now
back.
I'm gonna have no friends.
And you lied too. You confessed on the public.
Right.
Why you Auburn?
Look, our views went down.
They did.
Come on, y'all come back.
Come back. Alabama people are still here. Come on, we're sorry about that. We're still here.
We're here.
Now, so for the people that have aspirations for getting into fashion, since with your experience, what would you say is, because again, I always tell people the artist or the entrepreneur pays the price.
Yeah.
And you've already made some of the mistakes that you could help other people not make. So when they're getting into the fashion industry, if you go back and think about all the mistakes you had, and you're like, man, if I could do it again, I wouldn't do this, or I would do it this way. So what would you say is the biggest thing that you would not do, or the advice that you would give to someone coming up in the industry?
I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna start with myself. What I would not do. One of the things is I would spend more time from the beginning prepping.
Okay.
For, like the business.
Planning.
Like literally planning, and don't also once you plan, don't put your money on it working as a plan. Learn to be flexible.
Yeah.
So that's
Great advice.
So that's for myself.
Great advice.
One of the things I do tell a lot of people is learn the business. A lot of creatives, they get excited and they work on their products and make amazing products, and they forget to spend time learning to run a business, learning the leadership skills, those kinds of things. So take your time and money. I mean, there are courses that are $15-$20 that you can learn business. Learn your business.
Now, for the fashion business, because they can, if they go on Google or Yahoo or whatever, and they type in learn the business, they're going to get 50 gazillion results.
Mm-hmm.
So for fashion or for clothing and for that industry, what are there certain places that people can go?
Makers Row. The founders, awesome founders. Met them when I was in Miami. Makers Row helps you with the whole thing. They even teach you how to source, how to find manufacturers. The whole thing.
Everything.
So Makers Row is the place to be. It's a membership fee. It's like $30-$40 a month.
$52.
It's 52. It's 52.
Makers Row.
Well, it depends. You can go different memberships, but the best one is the one that's 52, and it's
JQ the plug.
sorry about that.
Yeah, so Makers Row is by far to me like the best place because they'll take you from 0 to 100.
Wow. Okay. Because again, I think that the people that are out there listening that want to get into fashion, or those of y'all that know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that wants to get into fashion or wants to turn it into a business, we all know at least one person. We're 6 degrees of separation away from somebody that needs to hear this information. So if nothing else, please make sure that you get them this information. Tell them to reach out to Ezra. Tell them to reach out to Rudiment and check out some of these links. I mean, take some of these notes, because here's the thing. With these podcasts and these interviews, you guys can go back and listen, and go back and write down this stuff. Or go around and fact check. T-Mill, you don't know what you're talking about. I went and fact checked it. Tell me about it. But I want you guys to also make sure that you're using this information. We're not just here to just talk to you. We're here to educate you. And so if there's something that we're missing, if there's a question that you have, make sure you write that question down. Send it to me, send it to Ezra, or send it to Rudiment, or wherever you're listening at. Drop that question. Now that you hear the sound of my voice, drop that question and I will get it to him, because there's no excuse. After you hear this podcast, or after you've heard this man talk about how he came up and the mistakes that he's made, he gave you a couple keys and a couple jewels. The game is to be sold and not to be told. So he actually gave you a couple free gems and some cheat codes to get into the fashion industry. Yes. So I want to make sure that you guys are taking this information not lightly and taking some notes. All right. Any shout outs, for the, because as far as long that you've come and with collaborations and helping people out, any shout outs that you want to give out to those that have been come along the way?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Jamia for introducing us.
Yeah,
100% kicking flavor. Everybody there is super cool.
Absolutely.
A big people in town who's also been extremely helpful is Afu Ogerson and his whole crew.
Shout out to Afu.
Yeah, so that's a big one. And also the Huntsville, if you're not familiar with the Huntsville startup community, they're super open. It's definitely a great way to get connected. So that's Co-working Night, New Leaf Digital, Chris Beeman. Yeah, Brain
Yeah.
Trust,
Hatch.
Allen. Yeah, Rocket
Now
Hatch.
y'all hear
It's-
all these things that you just said.
These are all
All
resources
these
in town.
That are in
Inside,
Huntsville.
In
yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Huntsville.
There are people in town in these organizations who sold companies and are starting
Mm-hmm.
new ones.
Yes.
So they've been through it. They're further than myself, you know.
Yeah.
And these are people who are accessible. I know a lot of people worry about accessibility.
They're very
These are
accessible.
people you can walk into downtown today and you will see they'll shake your hand. You can ask them questions.
And that's
man, shout out to
important.
Ezra
That's
real, you know
really
what I'm saying, real
important.
quick. Shout out to Ezra for
All
doing
right.
this thing, you know what I'm saying? And not just having the dream and talking about it and not bringing it to fruition, but actually making it tangible, bringing it to life, being consistent. And so shout out to you and your team and everybody that's helped you along the way to bring this to life. Again, you could be in your bedroom trying to just think about this and never come to fruition or never come to life. And you getting out the house, traveling, making this happen, making this something serious and taking your brand serious, serious enough to network, to go out and be in these communities, learn. So, and it shows in the quality, you know, of the clothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something that you put together and like, all right, y'all go check my shirt out. You know, $25. Go hit me up on PayPal. I got the shirts. You know what I'm saying? You took it serious enough to build that quality into it, and it shows, man. So I want to make sure that you guys are that are taking advantage of it and going out. Anything coming up? Do you have any events, you know, coming up, or any news that you want to share with the folks?
I definitely have some stuff coming up. Can't really announce it. You know, it's one of those type of things. But one of the things is, we're partnered up with Listen Local Huntsville, right? And they have a show on the 16th if I'm on February.
It is February the 16th.
Yeah, so it's a singer-songwriters
Showcase.
at Playhouse BBC. So definitely go out there. We're huge supporters of them. We're gonna do stuff together coming up soon.
Yeah, we might be swimming up out of here. It's raining.
Dang.
I mean, anybody got a canoe?
Right. Hit me up.
That's one. Well, actually, I can actually mention this one. People
Okay,
just
coming
stay-
on live on
People
Instagram.
just stay in tune. Meridian Streets Arts Festival.
Okay.
Meridian Streets Arts Festival this spring in March. A food myself doing a lot of local artists. We're gonna be in this arts festival. So it's like a local version of the Black Arts Festival, if y'all remember that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so we're bringing that as well.
Yeah.
And just one thing, kind of back on the freebies.
Yeah.
$1,000. That's your magic number. You can start your business with $1,000.
Man, write that down.
Stack, people.
Cheat
A
codes.
stack. You get that with the text.
Shopify
Break
for
it
a
down.
year costs $300.
Uh-huh.
Getting your business registered, that's another $300. Right? Getting your logo done, you can get that for about $300. You're live. Your business is live. Your EIN number is free.
That's right. It doesn't cost you anything to apply.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man.
Yep.
$1,000 is your magic number. Before you get any products, $1,000. I know you guys make that enough. You guys can come up with that in 2 months.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you want to, you'll find a
Invest.
way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. If you want to start your business, you will find a way to do it. Y'all find a way to the club. Y'all find a way to go get your cigarettes. Y'all find a way to go get your vices. Y'all find a way to get all these things done. So find a way to get it done. Or you're gonna find an excuse. You're gonna find, I can't, you know, or get some investors. Holla at your friends. Yo, man, you got 5 on it? Cool. You got 5, boom. You got 20?
Right.
You got 30? Whatever.
And
Or
network.
just go out and sell out
network,
everything in your house. You know, so
Network.
Absolutely.
Connect with people.
Definitely.
Go out. You're gonna have to because, and I'm speaking from experience. Like I used to be like that. I still am to a certain extent. I'm getting better because I have no
You
choice.
are.
I'm out and
You
about
are.
around people more now. But yeah, you got to just make that first move and just talk. Go up to a person and talk to them. You
Open
never
up your mouth
know.
and ask.
Yes, you can't. Hey, closed mouths don't get fed.
Oh.
Period.
I like that.
I mean, for real.
Go ahead and tweet that. Copyright that.
Right.
Yeah, but
got
yes,
500
definitely. Okay, Patsy. We're not doing that. But yeah, definitely just network. That's the most important thing.
For you, what made you network? I know I'm supposed to be like y'all.
No, you good.
That's a conversation. Yes.
Yeah. What was the event or what was the occasion when you started networking?
Ooh, when I started modeling, it
Okay.
was about 3 years ago now,
Uh-huh.
3-4 years ago now. Again, I didn't have a choice. Like, and that was something new, a whole different world for me.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't growing up thinking I'm just gonna be this model. That was never my dream. Just something that I knew I wanted to do, wanted to try. And once again, I connected with, you know, the right person at the time. And they believed in me, obviously, and gave me a shot, and boom, there it was. Like that, it started out like that. And like I said, even when I did start modeling, I was still a little shy, still a little reserved, you know. Then, to me, it was like I was selling myself, quote unquote. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. Okay. And not in that way, but you know, just. And I'm not good at selling. Like I was talking to them earlier, I'm not good at that. That's not one of my strong suits. But that is really what you have to do when you're in any type of business, dealing, industry, entertainment, whatever. So yeah.
So real quick, I also want to make sure that I get this out there. You and Gregory Johnson, you guys created Emoji. How do I say
it? Emoji.
Tell us about that, the social platform that you guys created.
Oh man, Emoji.
Oh, this is awesome.
Emoji, that's like that's an adventure in itself. That's not even a chapter that's closed. Started 2014. I was sophomore in college, right? So going into a dorm together, just randomly, and anybody who's in college knows how that goes. It's like,
them dorm rooms, they hustle.
Right.
And sometimes you don't want to be with a person and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, Gregory ended up being super cool. Like, he was from Miami, and he had his entrepreneurship hat, on. But he came from it not from experience. He came from it from being a purveyor of an ecosystem that was coming up. You know, so Miami's kind of going through what Silicon Valley went through in the 80s, where you have all these startup companies coming up, and then you already have your people who are successful, obviously being in a large city and all that kind of stuff. So he got to go to a lot of events. So he kept, throwing a lot of information to me, and I just understood you're just doing a business. I would do it from the back of my computer, all online marketing, all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't really in tune with the tech industry. He's like, well, you're an engineering major, how are you not in tune? I was like, well, I just know about the technologies. So he started just pushing. And he's like, why don't we start something? At that time, Bama Cakes kind of had taken a back seat. One of the things is growing up in an African household, school is life. And when I was growing Bama Cakes, it started getting to a point where it was interfering with school. So I would be going out, I'd have to go to trade shows in Dallas and Atlanta, and I got class on Monday. And so, and then I got a soccer tournament. And so it's like that juggling, if there's one regret I had back then was that is to just keep running with it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Right. Or don't let anybody give you an option, that you maybe should reconsider doing this or do it this way. Whatever works for you, keep doing it. But so I was like, so we're kind of going through ideas of like companies we can start. Yeah. And my grandma had cancer, and we flew her from Africa to America so she can get treatment. His family, a lot of family in his family were CNAs, home health care, nurses, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And we realized that the management of that whole system was broken, right? So you have people leaving money on the table, right? They can't figure out what kind of hours the people worked. The medical reminders, you don't really know the kind of caregivers you're getting. They're not vetted. A lot of times, the information, the medical records, all that kind of stuff just isn't passed through seamlessly, so that your grandma, when people call out, it's a call out. You can't you can't schedule somebody else to come in immediately. So we started developing Emoji, is what we call it at that time, to be a home health care management system / sending them out. So we would contract them as 1099s, and we would have them go out, almost match them with potential elder clients, or those people who need those services, and they would go and serve them and everything like that. They would get paid online. We started having things that would have geolocation, all these kinds of things, and again, same thing happened. Started running into school. We were like, we got grants and all these kinds of things.
Education was important, priority.
You guys won the Awesome Foundation Idea Grant.
Correct. Yeah, so Awesome Foundation. Then we also had Knight Foundation's program. And if you guys are familiar with Knight Foundation, that one was like, they're part in 20 different cities, and they're a pretty big organization as well. Get so much backing from a lot of people.
Nice.
And
Knight Foundation,
again,
Microsoft,
school, right?
Park.
You know, so we got this point where and this is, I guess, in life where as an adult you make tough decisions, and I think that's what makes you grow up. And that's a tough decision to say, hey, am I going to take on this, this investment, and have the VCs, and now I have all this kind of stuff. Am I going to run this? Am I going to bootstrap my business? Right? I'm going to learn it lean and just reinvest what we make from it. And then in our case, when we were in school, how much is this going to affect school and all that kind of stuff. So again, school took place, we shelved it, then it went stealth. We started putting it towards only home health agencies. And so as we speak right now, it is stealth. So we're working on some more like healthcare technologies and stuff like that also in the background.
Wow.
That we'll be producing it here too. So
Y'all are doing a lot.
That is definitely progressing and preserving culture, man.
Definitely.
So man, you guys make sure that well, first of all, give it up for that, because I mean, you guys were in college, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been building strip clubs or
some petty.
you know what I'm saying, like anything, selling sneakers.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we didn't need.
Strip club, you sell
There you go. There you go, man. And shout out to Oakwood. Let me tell you guys. Okay, so funny thing, my grandmother, she was the dean of the women's dorm.
Okay.
At Wade Hall.
Oh wow.
And so my few years of going to Oakwood or going to school and staying with my grandmother, I had to stay in the dorm with my grandmother. Now that came with a couple perks because my grandmother's the dean of the women's dorm, and she's in the women's dorm. So
he was in tune, all right. He was in tune.
Yeah. No. I mean, this is public information.
Okay.
This is public information. They remember some of them, And shout out to all the deans. But what was interesting?
All the deans.
Yeah. So that was the beginning of me doing podcasting.
Yeah.
What I would do was I would take my grandfather. He was part of the Singing Men. He was an accountant at Oakwood, and he did this and did that. But his tapes that he would tape the sermons with, I would take some tape and poke out the stuff on the top, put a little tape on the top of it, and then record over the sermon.
Right.
So that's how I would do it. And then I would sell the tapes or pass out the tapes to the girls in the dorm. Like, yo, let me know what you think of this mix. Let me know what you think of that. And I used to bootleg tapes and CDs because they couldn't buy the albums, from the store. So when the new Pop came out or the new Outkast album came out, I had to record them and do them like that. But when I tell you these girls were selling, man, they had one room that they were selling snacks. It was just like the snack room. And she had the menu on the door. Wow. Little Debbie's, sodas, like whatever.
Entrepreneurs.
Doing hair and cutting hair, doing hair and just everything. So the college life, that aspect of it, for you guys in college to create your business and things like that. And I don't know if I see that in people that don't go to college. It's almost like, all right, I got this bill over my head. I got $40,000, this scholarship that I got paid, and I've got to hustle. I got to figure out a way to make some money. So I got to come up with a business. I'm in college. What do I do? And so it seems like there's a lot of that entrepreneurial spirit, and people come up with that creativeness again when it's sort of like their backs against the wall. Just like we were talking about earlier with the guys in prison. It's like when you have obstacles or you're walking uphill and trying to make things happen, you sort of come up with all these different things, and there's no excuse. You just make it happen, which you guys did in college, and all the college kids that's out here coming up with all these awesome businesses and hustles. So.
Right.
So, just speaking on that a little bit, one of the things I think is interesting. I mean, that's proven statistically, and like when you have your back against the wall, and kind of that kind of scenario. But what a lot of college students don't realize, that actually college is probably the best time to start your business, and that's what actually got me straight ahead. I've told you kind of the stops and the struggles that I went through, and all that kind of. That's actually what made me go straight ahead. A guy called Brett Hudson down in Miami, former Stanford grad, super accomplished entrepreneur down there. Tell me, he's like, you guys have the perfect place. You guys have free labor, free workspaces, right? And you can't get that anywhere else.
Wow.
And so and when I thought about that, I was like, wow. And then you have a ready market in front of you every single day. Like, just think about how quick, easy it was to make friends and to meet new people.
That is
so
true.
getting your word out to 1,000 potential customers, right, is a lot easier on a college campus than it will be after.
Absolutely.
And then you have that, like I said, those teams. I'm sure, nowadays people talk about Snapchat. I know the guys from Stackwares in San Francisco, they were on Forbes 30 and 30 last year. 5 guys all started out the dorm room. Again, free workspace, right? You have your market sitting right there in front of you, and you have collaborators who are willing to do something. Everybody needs to build a resume. So even if it's a resume builder, right? And especially in this day and age, there's so many companies that will hire you for doing an impressive project than having a good internship.
That is so true.
So
Absolutely. So you guys, I want to thank Ezra. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. Like, really appreciate it. And dropping the tools, giving the cheat codes to everybody in the fashion industry. You guys, we are going to have a very special giveaway. You guys got to stay tuned. Well, let me tell you this. You guys got to make sure that you connect and leave your comments on the show page, all right? And I will tell you guys more about that giveaway later. But you put those comments on the show page, wherever you're listening at. If you're listening on iTunes, if you're listening on Stitcher, on Spreaker, on wherever you're listening at, leave a comment on the show page, and that will enter you into the drawing, all right? So make sure you leave a comment if you want to win what you see, one of these, that you'll get something. You'll get something nice, all right? So, Rudiment.us. It is RUDIMENT.US. 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 You can check them out also on Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all right? And to connect with them, show them some love, ask them any questions. And definitely appreciate having him come by and having him here. I'll say come by, but having him here today. So really appreciate that, guys. In Tune with T-Mill. We are going to a couple things before I gotta let you guys know about this real quick. I'm gonna do a quick break, and then I'll come right back and tell you guys about this new advice column. We actually got 2 new announcements coming, 2 new additions to the show.
Awesome.
We got 2 new things. So we'll be right back.
We're taking a break.
Yes.
Okay,
But the
so
live is not.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this in Pig Latin.
Make sure that's not what you
Mark Nay know how to share Nay on Instagram Nay. How they do they?
He doesn't know how to share.
No. Pig
Instagram
Latin.
is not sharing. Instagram is just tagging.
Yes.
You know Nay, share Nay
All right. Welcome
on the
back
gram.
to In Tune with T-Mill.
Nah.
Welcome back, you guys. We are back on the show, and I got a couple announcements. So, first of all, shout out to PalisadeHills.net for the awesome music in the background, man. Appreciate the show, all right? And one time, give it up for our sponsor, for our major. We are powered, recording this live. You guys are watching this live from the Maitland Conservatory,
That's right.
maitlandconservatory.org. Make sure you guys are checking them out. Go to Facebook. Tell them that T-Mill sent you. The Maitland Conservatory strives to bring inner talents to fruition. The Maitland Conservatory is a community-based contemporary arts education entity designed to give students hands-on training and experience in areas such as music production, contemporary instrumental training, vocal coaching, leadership, and much more. Now, what makes Maitland Conservatory unique is their specialized curriculum, their growth, their matriculation concept, their infusion of positivity, their foundational edifice, the leadership, and the core connection. So go to themaitlandconservatory.org. Tell them that T-Mill sent you, all right? Shout out to some of our sponsors. Into and T-Mill is brought to you in part by JQ for your needs in modeling, fitness, healthy living, and wine, or multimedia production. JQNow.com. Also, Eric Echoes for your events, singing, performing, songwriting. EricEchoes.com. Also, Palisade Hills for your audio licensing needs, such as the music that you hear in the ear right now. for your needs in TV, film, video, radio, audio. You need audio for your commercials and anything like that, holla at PalisadeHills.net, all right? Also, She Be Show Nuff, that podcast is coming soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And it is still the 30-day challenge to rock your fitness. Go to jqnow.com. The Rock Your Fitness 30-day challenge is a challenge that you can do anywhere, online, at home, in the gym, at work, in the bedroom, in the bed, on the kitchen, on the floor. It introduces you to new workouts every day. Every week it gets more advanced so you can progressively challenge your body and create healthy lifestyle habits. Whether you're a beginner or already a fitness fanatic, the Rock Your Fitness 30-day challenge will help you kickstart the 2017 with a bang and get you to your health, help you kick those unhealthy habits in the butt and move towards achieving your fitness and body goals, all right? So visit jqnow.com for more on the Rock Your Fitness challenge, all right? And it is still, you still got time for the Art Tour of Homes. The Art Tour of Homes presented by Legend Realty, returning for its second year on January 28th. The Art Tour of Homes sets itself apart from traditional home tours by showcasing the displays and collections of local art enthusiasts and goals of inspiring people to grow their collection of art, supporting local artists, and re-envisioning their spaces. The Art Tour of Homes will be held January 28th, 2017, this year, in a couple weeks, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets are $15 in advance online. All right? Shout out to the Arts Huntsville. Join us and become a member of Arts Huntsville at artshuntsville.org. All right? This is In Tune with T. Mill, and as you guys heard in the break, let me tell you guys about this new segment that we got coming up. We've got our relationship lifestyle expert, Miss Ashley Abbott. All right? Now, you guys can go to paradoxeast.com, and I'll have the link up by the time you guys hear this. But SpeakPipe, you can go to speakpipe.com/Ashley Abbott. That's Ashley, ABBOTT, and leave her a question. All right? So any question you got about life, relationships, whether you think somebody's cheating on you, whether you want to cheat on somebody, what do you think the country is going to be like, economy, whatever it is that you want to talk about, Ashley is going to give you her expert opinion on it. Also, she can also do life readings, you know, with your numbers and your numerology and all that good stuff. So next week, I want you guys to hear a couple other questions that came in for Ashley. All right, I couldn't get them uploaded in time, and I have to convert them, but they will be on the next show. And as long as y'all are being respectful, look, this ain't a dating hookup. This ain't no, you know, hey, let me get on your Snap, or hey, how do I hook up with you? No. You're gonna get a reply from T. Mill and not Ashley. All right, so respect my crew, respect the staff, respect people, respect yourself. First of all, just respect yourself. All right. So the Ashley Abbott Ask Ashley is coming to In Tune with T. Mill, as you heard earlier. So shout out to Ashley representing from Cali. No, she's in Jersey now, representing Jersey. All right. And Tia Alicia, she's got a brand new podcast that is coming to Paradox East. Well, I won't say podcast. It is a tech review. So all you Apple enthusiasts and Apple techies and people that use Apple products, I'm still Team Android, but I got love for Tia Alicia and everything that she's doing with Apple. So make sure you guys log on to youtube.com/Paradox East to check out her tech reviews, all right? Tech reviews, any brand new news coming on, troubleshooting, telling you what to buy, what not to buy, because we keep it trill like that. Make sure you log on to youtube.com/Paradox East, all right? We are In Tune with T. Mill, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you log on to paradoxeast.com, subscribe to the show, and we will see you guys on the next episode, y'all. I can't even tell y'all what the next episode is going to be. I can't even tell y'all what the next episode is going to be. It's so awesome. It's so awesome.
What is it? What is it? Wait,
all I can say.
I'm going to the Facebook.
All I can say.
That's all I'm going to say.
All
That's
I
all you can say is, I'm going to no worries.
All I can say. All I can say. This is a very special, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep music going. So it's a very special episode that you guys can hear right here on In Tune with T. Mill. So make sure you are subscribed to the podcast, that you log on, because you do not want to miss this episode.
He's got Mary J on the show. He's got Mary J. Blige on the show. Next week,
it's
me
not on
see.
there. Next one's not. He's slick.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I do know what that one is, and you're right.
Bang.
Mary J. Mary J.
How y'all
I
gonna
told you.
I'm thinking yes.
Mary J.
How y'all gonna
Ooh,
see how they do y'all?
y'all better get subscribing so that you can tune in live. Cause next week.
Let me tell y'all, that, yo, real talk. Next week is gonna
It's
be a very
real.
special episode. Every episode is special.
But
But
that's
this
real.
one,
Let me know how I need to dress.
Right.
I'm gonna send out
I
a
need to
wardrobe. I'll send you out.
Because
I'll
I'm
send
just
you out an
saying,
agenda.
I get fly
A wardrobe
now.
Alright.
agenda.
So thank you guys. In tune with T-Mill. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Let's make some noise for our guests. See you guys on the
baby.
next episode. Subscribe,
Peace.
rate, comment. Peace.
Boom. Okay, so I'm disarming live.
Disarming live. Bye,
Live is
guys.
going shut down. Everyone,
Bye,
thank you for
guys.
tuning in live. Remember, if you have any questions, anything that you would be interested in, the show, suggestions, please tag them below or visit the page at intunewithtmill.com.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Later.